So we're just waiting on apprentice Pat coming to go over to his daughter's house, and this is Alice's car here. Usual parking extremely close to the curb and damaging her wheels. But I've tried to tell her to stop that, but she won't do it. So let's see if he's going to come soon. Right, there he is. Apprentice Pat arrives. This is Raymies garage on the road. Oh yes. So still on our way. We're going over to a wee town called Bothwell, which is not far outside Glasgow in this horrifically raining night. The problem with the car is that it looks like the suspension's stuck up at the back or stuck down at the front, so we'll have a look. We'll put the gap tool on it and we'll see how the apprentice Pat gets on with diagnosing it via the gap tool. Nearly there. See it? Yeah, so here we are. It's a bit dark and dreary in the Range Rover L405. Hello there!
Hi!
So we've got a pretty high at the back. Looks as if it's an extended mode. I've not got great light here because it's pretty dull. Right. And
that's not as high.
that doesn't look as high. It could be the way it's sitting on the driveway. So, this looks low. I think it's just the way it's sitting in the driveway. So it is. So this is a 2015. Is that right?
I think it's 15. See, this one's, it is actually sitting in the driveway.
2015 L405 autobiography. So let's get the gap tool on it and we'll see what it says. Suspension locked at access height. I wonder what height it's actually at. Have a quick look. So it's saying it's at access height. That's extended mode.
Is it because of the way it's sitting in this drive?
It's not like that. No. You're just sitting in the drive, look. So it's telling us it's in access mode.
So that's went up.
Yeah. So why don't you sit in it with the window open and I'll have a look and we can talk. So yeah, so that corner's pretty high, but the vehicle's saying it's in access mode, which is clearly not. It's low in this corner and it's pretty high, so I think it's just the way. Let's have a wee look and see the angle it's sitting at. Yeah, it could be a sensor that's away, I think. Right, what are you going to do?
It's locked. In access mode.
Up.
There you go. So
access
height selected.
So it's not moving. It looks as if it's an access height there. It looks like normal ride height there. So I think we'll try and... That's that left corner's at access height.
Still plugged in. And
so we're heading back to Raymies garage with this L405 just to try and figure out what's wrong with the suspension. We think it's possibly the compressor, so we'll take it for there. Home, apprentice Pat, take us home. So this is us got the car back at Raymies garage. I've got apprentice Pat here. What's wrong with the suspension? It seems to be okay now. It's sitting in normal height mode. So I'll get the code reader on it. It has been playing up. I've got my phone. So brake module, gateway module, ABS, communication bus signal, message failure, blah 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 blah. That's nothing to do with the suspension. secondary battery component failure, performance incorrect operation. So they're nothing to do with the suspension on the car. So I'm going to take it down to, so I've got 4 greens. I'm going to take it down to access mode. Did it stop?
That stopped itself.
Okay, and it's saying black here. So press that again. So it's only going down so far.
It's only if you should go down more than that.
Right, should go right down and it starts. So I'll press it again.
Would the tailgate be open to affect it?
I wouldn't have thought so. So it's only going down for. So I would see that as an access height.
Is it?
So if you could watch your lights, I'm going to put it into normal ride height.
Right, okay.
It might need the car to start. Start the car up, Pat.
What?
Normal ride height.
Right. Up and the light coming on. See, if you look in these, I was going to take the other bit off. There's apparently there's 2 wee exhaust holes in there, and this is.
So check it.
Okay, so there you go.
Looks like one hole. Aye, so that's probably needing to come out of there.
I think that feels as if it's jammed.
It's just like a rubber diaphragm it's on it.
Aye.
So that's the rubber thing. So I'll put you back in there. That's obviously going in there. Let's get in there. Now in there, I think there is 2 wee holes in there.
There's 2 wee exhaust holes. This is a bit where all the beads are, so you've got to be very careful. Right, you've got to kind of hold it up the way. We took this bit off, but I'm not sure why. But right, that's it now, right? So you hold that like that.
Still on.
Still on, because
give me a chance there, you see. Too quick there.
Too quick. It's an awful long bolt, isn't it? So what you're supposed to do is take the spring off, take the filter off. Now the beads look alright.
They dry?
It's not quite dry now. This is the dryer. I don't know if I should put them in it.
Is that a new set of beads?
That's brand new.
Oh, aye, put them in it.
Right, so you need a wee container. Something like that. Now what we need is a wee pick. There's that at both ends and the other metal thing as well. Now in here, this comes out.
Pop out, surely. But try and get your fingers first.
Right, so
There's a ear.
Well, that goes in there obviously.
Yeah.
There, look, see it there? And that goes on there. So I don't know if changing that solenoid will make a difference.
No.
But we can only try.
I suppose you could test it electrically, put 2 power supplies on it, but
Yeah.
I suppose you could test the old one, couldn't you?
Test the old one, aye. That should be enough.
Covenant don't want to split that. There's plenty. So this is just about clutching at straws a wee bit just to see if this works. There's obviously a filter in there. It can be changed.
So it is, isn't it?
That doesn't touch that. So this is the sensor we're going to replace, which is in here. I think there are 2 screws on that. It just clips on at the bottom, screws are at this side, and a bit of connection in there.
Unless you've got a UG on it.
A what?
A universal joint.
Aye,
Another one.
for the other one, but it's going tight on me again.
It's just one of the nuisance ones, isn't it? It's kind of.
So we've got the suspension sensor off. We'll actually have to take the bracket off, and the small brass insert was stuck with a bolt in it, so we couldn't get that off. So it's quite a difficult operation to take that off because it just keeps turning and turning. So we'd end up cutting the bolt off and punching it out. But here's a new one. But what we do discover is that this is nice and smooth, the new one, and this one is quite rough. You can, I don't know if you can, obviously can't feel that, but it's quite a grindy sort of feeling from that there. When we look at the new one, it's nice and smooth, so we're hoping that that will solve this problem of the car trying to raise itself all the time because this one's giving us a false signal. So we actually took this bracket off, and this is where the sensor actually sits, and these 2 bolts here bolt to the actual body of the car. So it's easier to take these 2 bolts off and pull the whole thing out. Just give it a wee bit of paint, pull the whole thing out rather than try to get the actual sensor out these 2 bolts because it was all turning anyway. So if I was doing it again, I'd just probably take that bracket straight off and change the sensor. So that's us got the sensor on. See if I have the light up there. And that's it on. Fairly straightforward. Now all we need to do is try it. I'll put a wee bit of grease on the bottom of that there. Right, so let's get it back together. We'll see if this has solved that problem. With a bit of luck it will have. So got the wheel on, just about to reset it all. That's going to go in the car, start her up. Connect to the tool. Right, so let's have a wee check. So it's in access mode, which looks fine there. Looks fine on that side. Maybe it should be a bit slightly high there on that side. Maybe that's just the way it sits. It's a wee bit higher up on the left hand side, but
So I'll put the light on here for access mode. On here.
that's fine, that's perfect. And we've got the signal in the dash.
So it's on the dash.
Right, just give us a wee second. Connect.
See, I think
So if you go into your 4.4 cluster on your dash,
perfectly level.
it looks perfectly level. So that's us finished with this car. We're not going to buy a compressor. It seems to be operating fine now. The suspension's all working the way it should be, so it could have been just that sensor on that wheel. So I'll leave that for now. Monitor it. If we need to get a new compressor, a fixed compressor will do that. So that's us for this one. Thanks for now. Take care.